So here we go. In the front row, the two Gale brothers out in front. So in the front row, Toby Gale and Austin Gale, the two Gale brothers out in front. In the second row, Panyagona Ramrasamy, followed by Siri Kongsiri. And in the third row, Clifford Ganjanapas, followed by Nawin Natipanon. And in the fourth row, Warapong Emwichan, followed by Ratcharat Anantakan. And in the fifth row, Zachary Boyce, followed by Jenny Bibinet. And in the sixth row, Nishimura Sotomu, followed by Chain Tanapob. And the seventh row, Pat Santijit Runrung, followed by Virasak. And in the eighth row, Zain Tan, followed by Nithan. In the ninth row, Paco Miguel Sarmento, followed by Pornpot Giarasatit. In the 10th row, Tam Yuk Ho, ending with James Cheng. So that is your 20-cut grid for the final. This is the last time the biggest grid of this weekend will go on track. So here we go. Toby Gale leading the train. Austin Gale right beside him, and behind Panyagona Ramrasamy. Here we go. They roll into the trap lines, and the lights are out, and away we go. Panyagona Ramrasamy is boxed in by the two Gale brothers. And Toby Gale and Austin Gale is able to move into first and second positioning. Panyagona Ramrasamy in third position. Siri Kongsiri tries to go around the outside. Panyagona Ramrasamy giving him a little shove, and there's a little turn behind. Little small contact behind into the Mickey Mouse. No drivers out of the race just yet. It was the 944 of Virasak. But out in front, it's Toby Gale, followed by Austin Gale. Third position will be Panyagona Ramrasamy. Fourth position is about to change as Clifford Ganjanapas sends it up the inside of Siri Kongsiri. The fourth position is taken by Clifford Ganjanapas, and in fifth position, Siri Kongsiri. Sixth position will be Nawin Natipanon. And in seventh position, Ratcharat Anantakan. Right behind him is Warapong. Ratcharat tries to go defensive, coming into with the Mickey Mouse. Warapong still has to hang back. Right behind them has been a little bit of contact, but out in front it is still the same positioning. And Toby Gale right away starts to make a gap from Austin Gale. And Toby Gale is able to create 2/10 of a gap in that last lap. So it's either Toby Gale got more race pace or Austin Gale is more warming up to the final. Ramrasamy still following closely behind. And Clifford Ganjanapas followed by Siri Kongsiri. So 2 laps have passed so far. Toby Gale is first year in the senior category in this championship and already showcasing his race pace. And Toby Gale definitely one of the fastest drivers in this category out in front. Will he be able to stay out in front is a matter of time before we know. Fight for P6 between Nawin Natipanon, Ratcharat Anantakan, Warapong, Jenny Bibinet, and Zachary Boyce closing the chain of carts. It's a really interesting start to this one so far. 3 laps have passed. The drivers are still again playing that game of waiting as everybody is so close to each other. The lap times are a few tenths separate lap times, so it will really have to be a game of waiting before the action unfolds. So far, and Toby Gale is able to keep on pulling a gap from Austin Gale. Payukon Aramasami closely following behind. Of waiting before the action unfolds, and as Toby Gale leads Austin Gale, he will definitely have the bragging rights at home between the two Gale brothers. But there we go, now we start to see the cart chain appear. Number 359 of Nawin is still being pressured on by Ratcharat Anantakan, and then number 395 Win Tipanon, still giving it everything he's got. And let's do a quick gap check between Toby and Austin Gale, and between Austin Gale and Panyakon Aram Rasami. So the gap last time was 0.533, now it's 0.577. That's the gap between Austin Gale and Panyakon is relatively similar to the last lap. Ratcharat Anantakan moves his way forward into 6th position. He's still lacking some race pace to keep up with Siri Kong Siri out in front. Now with Natipanon, it's still being pressured on now. By Waterpong, Jenny Bibinet and Zachary Boyce. So the chain of cards have started splitting. And all the cards are of course running such similar lap times. 359 of now with Natipanon still leading the chain of cards. Waterpong still closely following behind. Toby Gale out in front, not able to move further away from Austin Gale. The last time was a 0.577, this time was a 0.572, this lap will be 0.577. So Toby Gale just 0.005 of a second faster than Austin Gale. Toby Gale and Austin Gale and Panyakon Aram Rasami, all their gaps have started to stabilize. Waiting on mistakes. A mismatch of consistency. This is an extremely long race. The junior race was 20 laps. This one was 22 laps. One of the most physically challenging categories. The grippiest tires. The most powerful engines. And the longest race distances. Toby Gale starting to pull away again from Austin Gale. Just 1/10 faster, but Panyakon Aram Rasami, last lap time was 1/10. Still faster than Austin Gale. So far the fastest man on track is Panyakon Aram Rasami. In 3rd position, white KR cart with the green helmet. Gale really needs to keep this gap alive, or else soon enough he will start to be pressured down and hunted down by Panyagon around Matsumi. And 12 laps remain in this race as we move closer to halfway. Panyagon around Matsumi, less than half a tenth slower than Austin Gale, but in this lap he's starting to roll in. Austin Gale knows as he starts to look behind. Still looking relatively calm as he puts his insights onto Austin Gale. Austin Gale starting to check the gaps between each straightaway to know which corners he needs to start defending on. It will be Panyagon around Rasami that will be able to destroy and ruin the Gale 1-2 party. And something has happened in the back, and 3 carts were out. And 2 of them were the energy carts, with one of them being Paco Miguel Sar. So this is the number 368 of Pon Pot Giaras, not having a beautiful end to his final. Back to the action with 11 laps to go. This is the halfway mark for the Senior Max and Max Master final. Toby Gale is starting to check out of the race. And I wonder if just Austin Gale is going a little bit easy on Toby. But Panyagon around Rasani is definitely closing in on Austin. It's the fight for 4th position between Clifford Ganjanapas and Siri Komsiri. Siri Komsiri still chasing down Clifford Ganjanapas again in this race, because everybody's so closely packed, so close to each other. It's so hard to determine who will win. But so far, Toby Gale doing an incredible job of leading the train of carts. And he is almost checked out of the race already. So Toby Gale, the only one in the 52.1s. Austin Gale and Toby Gale. Austin Gale and Panyagon around Masami still in the 52.2s. This is why race pace is so important. This is why the build-up towards the weekend is so important. And Austin Gale starting to pull a gap from Panyagon around Rasami. The gaps that were once appeared in the earlier laps are now gone. Go 14 laps have passed, 8 more to go. Not much has been happening, and this is really a race of consistency for the Senior Max and Max Masters. As you can see, all the drivers relatively spaced out from each other. But again, one little mistake could cost you some big positions. 15 laps have passed so far, and your top 10, Toby Gale in first place. Second place, Austin Gale. Third, Panyagon around Rasami. Fourth, Clifford Ganjanapas. Fifth position, Siri Kongsiri. Sixth position, Ratcharat. 7th position, Nawin Natipanon. 8th position, Waterpong. 9th position, Jenny Bebinet. And 10th position, Zachary Boyce. So Austin Gill still having a comfortable margin over Tanya Konaram Rasami. And there is just waiting for a mistake to happen between these experienced drivers. That is so hard to occur. Your fastest man on track is Panyakonaram Rasami with his fastest time 52.107, and fastest lap of the top 3 drivers are all in the 52.1s. And the rest is ultimately grouped into the top 3 drivers. Toby Gill, Austin Gill, and Panyakonaram Rasami. And then it is Clifford Gajanapas and Siri Kong Siri paired up with each other for the top 5. 5 laps remain. And with no issues left, Toby Gill, chances of winning closer and closer. That's a comfortable lead so far from Toby Gale. There's nothing much the rest of the grid can do to stop him from winning. So this race so far, we have seen a trend in the senior category of the start being extremely exciting, and then as the laps pass on, a few action points, and then it's a game of waiting for these experienced drivers. It's different when compared to the Micromax and the Minimax drivers. These drivers know when to do a move. When they do a move, it comes out as either a heads or a tails coin flip. But for the Minimax and Micro drivers, it's quite different as they aren't as experienced. So here we go, 3 laps to go, and the top 3 still stays the same. And everybody's running such identical lap times. It's so hard to make anything happen when they are running so equally similar. So then Toby Gale almost pulling a 1-second gap from Austin Gale as we progress through the 3 laps left in this race. And the front runners are 1 sector ahead of the middle pack already. And Austin Gale still losing out to his brother Toby Gale lap by lap by lap. And Panyakonaram Rasami just 1/100th of a second faster than Austin Gale. So again, an extremely long race for the Senior Max and Max Master final. But the number 323, Toby Gale, will not be having any issues as he drives into his final lap of this race weekend. So then here we go, the final lap. Austin Gale takes a look behind Panyagonaram Rasami. So then the final lap, Toby Gale. Here we go to the last set of corners. He swings into the tap of the brakes, goes into the left throttle early, sake all of the runoff curve. Jumps the left apex, swings it into the right corner, and he will take the win for the Senior Max and Max Masters final. Followed by Austin Gale, Panyagonaram Rasami, Clifford Gantanapa, Siri Kong Siri. In 6th position, Ratcharat Anantakan. In 7th position, Nawin Natsipanon, followed by Warapong. In 9th position, Jenny Bibinet. And in 10th position, Zachary Boyce. So that is your physical top 10 over for the Senior Max and Max Masters final. So this is the results for the Senior Max and Max Masters final.